Talk about the development and where can this team go from here?
Yeah, pleased with some of the things we did Saturday. I think guys are starting to come together and gel a little bit. A lot of buy-in from our players and what we're asking them to do. And look, at the end of the day, the credit goes to them. They went out there and performed and executed some of the things we're asking. Still a lot of areas to get better. Our mentality is not going to change. We're going to continue to take things one step at a time, and hopefully to continue to put some good things together.
Tom, what have you been pleased with in the past couple of weeks? What has really made you smile?
I think I'm proud of the group. Really no flinch. We had our backs up against the wall, and they continue to fight, continue to want to get better, rallying around each other. At the end of the day, the joy comes from being around our players and seeing them go play well and execute at a high level, because they put in so much time, they put in so much effort. So I think anytime your players can fulfill all the hard work that they're going through, it's a positive. And so, really, again, all the credit goes back to those guys, and the enjoyment comes from seeing them have success.
When you see what they've done so far over the last couple of weeks, how do you, ignite them to do better, and push them in practice after seeing them succeed?
Yeah, again, we're going to not allow success to mask any of the things that we're focused on. We're focused on improvement. We're focused on getting better. The message has to be consistent. We can't all of a sudden pretend like we got it all figured out, because there's still plenty of coaching opportunities. There's plenty of learning opportunities on the film. And, we got to find those and make sure that we're continuing to get our guys in the right spot. We have hungry kids that want to get better.
What's the one thing you take away from that BYU game over the last 6 weeks that you walk into Stanford saying, I'm not content, but it's also not bad?
Yeah, I would say every week's a new challenge to that. Stanford, they play at a lot higher level than maybe the record shows. And, we know it's a rivalry game. I have as much respect for Coach Shaw and the program he's put together as anyone in the country. And, we regroup on Sundays and Mondays and get ready to go for the next opponent. And we know we're going to have a great challenge again. And so for us, it's really about focusing on what we can control and trying to get ready to play, a team that we know is going to be hungry to come in here and does a really good job schematically on defense.
Tommy, how big was Jaden Thomas's performance, not only to the team success, but also for maybe his confidence moving forward?
Yeah, Jaden's a kid that's put in all the work, does things the right way. I told the offense, he's one of my favorite kids to watch on film, just the enjoyment he plays in and game out. He's focused on doing the little things. So it's always great to see that work, pay dividends for a young player. And, when guys start to build confidence, sometimes their games can go to the next level, and we're hoping to continue to build some confidence in JT.
I think someone asked yesterday about Drew Pine, if he's helping the offensive line. Is it Drew Pine helping the offensive line? Is it the offensive line helping Drew Pine in terms of each of their improvements over the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I think each group has improved at their own merit. I think collectively as an offense, when guys do their job at a high level continuously, it helps, multiple parts of that. I would say, I don't know, the truth is probably somewhere in the middle. I don't know. I haven't thought of it that way. So, I know that our guys are buying in across the board and really are focused on doing their job as much as they can. And, whether or not Drew's helping them or they're helping him, it's a group effort. At the end of the day, they all got to do their job to allow us to have success.
What's allowed? How much better is Drew playing now versus maybe in August in camp when he's trying to compete for the starting job and everything like that?
Yeah, that's a hard thing to compare. It's a completely different scenario. In camp, you're installing, you're doing some things against looks you maybe not, expecting, and when you get into a game plan week, you're pretty tailored on what you're trying to get accomplished. So it's not probably fair to compare them. Credit to Drew for staying the course, for continuing to be hungry and get better through camp, through the first couple of weeks of the season, so that when his moment came, he's continued to get himself ready and put our team and put himself in a position to have some success.
Coach Freeman said that Jaden Thomas credited his route running. How big is that, for a guy of his class and that what he provides to his offense?
Yeah, JT's he's got a natural ability. Kind of has good feel, in terms of body position and areas on the field. He catches it easy. So I think there's some instinctual things there that have always been part of his game, and we continue to harp on some of the things. He was playing outside pretty much all year last year, and he's played predominantly in the slot for us. There's a little bit of a learning curve, but he's a guy that we trust and a guy that's doing things the right way, and that we're continuing to have success with.
Tommy, one final Drew Pine question. What one characteristic have you seen since he has been the starter that has shined?
Just one, huh? Resilient, like I think he's obviously some struggles and then some good moments, and I think probably not just through his starts, but from the time he's been here, the time throughout this camp and season, like he's shown the ability to stay the course and stay true to his work ethic and who he is, and that's helped put him in a good spot where he's at right now.
Has he surprised you at all? I mean, I know you guys had confidence that he could get the job done, but how accurate he's been in terms of his completion percentage, has that been a pleasant surprise for you guys?
We have good players. I think you take that for granted sometimes. You see them every day, and you're not around other like we have good players, and this is a healthy reminder of that. I wouldn't say it surprised me. We had confidence. We have confidence in Drew. He's accurate. I think the ownership he's taken of the offense is something that has really been a positive for him moving forward, and we're trying to put him in position to allow his ability to take over, right? Like we don't want our guy thinking too much. We don't want our guy pressing too much. We want him to be able to go out there and play free and allow just his ability to take over. And I think the best snapshot of that is the second touchdown to Mike. I mean, he placed a great ball over the shoulder, and to throw that with that accuracy and that touch comes from confidence. And that's what we're going to continue to try to instill in all of our guys, not just the quarterback.
Coach, when you look at this running back room, the success they've had over the last couple of weeks, 800-plus yards, what does that do for the confidence of the offense in general? And kind of a two-part question to that. Does Michael Mayer benefit from that, or does the success of Michael Mayer help the running back room?
Yeah, it goes both ways. I mean, probably the same, like anytime you can be complementary and balanced, it's going to help the other parts of the offense, right? And as many different things we can show and try to emphasize and complement one another, the better the other parts are going to be. We have talented players. Our running backs certainly fall under that umbrella. We got to do our job to continue to find ways to get them all involved, and there's three of them playing at a high level right now, and we got to find the balance there to make sure they all contribute.
Where is Blake Fisher's biggest growth coming from 5 games in, and do you sense he's getting more comfortable?
Yeah, again, Blake's played 6.5 games, right, in his career. So every rep he has is impactful. Obviously, he's an extremely talented young man, and you see the intellectual side of the game starting to click for him. The more experience he gets, he's noticing things, he's adjusting to movements, adjusting to different looks for the defense. I would say he's become a little more vocal, which he's got a presence to him, which as you become confident, you can allow that to come out, and I think that's something I've noticed in bits and pieces here. So, look, Blake's got a tremendous future ahead of him. He's going to continue to build and get better, and he's completely bought in right now, and you're seeing the dividends pay.
And then against BYU, it seemed like you used a little bit more outside zone concepts. Was that BYU specific or just growth of the offensive line?
We're always going to look for things schematically that give us an advantage.
Coach,
Last question, guys.
does the success of the offense have to make your job easier after the first 2 weeks, or does it make it a little tougher knowing that, okay, there's still room to improve, but we're kind of peaking at the right time?
Yeah, I don't try not to live in that world. We all got a job to do. My job duties Sunday through Saturday are pretty much the same on each day. Like it's a little bit of Groundhog's Day week to week. So I try to just be where my feet are, focus on doing this task with you guys right now, then going to have dinner, and then getting ready for some red area and do it. So I'm trying not to get too far ahead or too far behind, right? So let's just focus on the task at hand and try to continue to put good days together.
Thanks, Tommy.
Thanks, guys.